Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokemon FanArt. In this episode, as with the last two, we're going to be looking at some more fake evolutions that Dark Sylphania has made on their DeviantArt. So, let's get going. Starting off here with Durogoni, the bug poison type Pokemon. It's an evolution of Ariados, and evolves from Ariados when holding a silk scarf. It is the bug poison, it's a bug poison type, and the demon spider Pokemon. According to the creator, some legends claim this Pokemon can take the form of a woman to lure people into his web. His big abdomen possesses unique markings that make it look like a face of a demon, and inside it there is a bag full of poison that oozes from every thorn on its body. Now I like the design on this, and I also think that Ariados does need some sort of evolution or benefit from one, and the design looks pretty damn badass, especially the back. It looks a lot like it's supposed to be a spider, obviously. So, and that's definitely the face as well, with the horns and sort of web around its face. It looks very, scary. You would definitely want to meet that in a forest, especially if you're scared of spiders, Next up we have Rauro, an evolution of Girafarig, and evolves from Girafarig where a dark gene is used. Obviously this is an item in game, so it could be something like a dark gem, who knows. It's a dark normal type, and is the long tail Pokemon. And the creator's Pokédex entry says, after the exposure to the corrupting energy of the dark gene, the small and primitive brain of Girafarig's tail started to grow, imbued with the same dark energy. Meanwhile, the same energy restored Girafarig's brain to the same basic stage its tail was. This exchange also altered his physical form, creating a new and dangerous Pokemon known as Rauro. Rauro has a strong smell sense and will attack anything that comes near him, using his powerful fangs. Meanwhile, the now small head watches his surroundings without sleeping, and can attack using its sharp horns. So obviously it's its giraffe head and its back has kind of switched over, which looks very cool now. Definitely a lot more badass, and it just definitely looks cool. I'd love to see it in game. Yeah, I would just love to see that in game. I can't express how much. Next up we have FanArt, an evolution of Spiritomb, and it evolves from Spiritomb at level 40 when it's in one of these places. In the Pokemon Tower in the Kanto region, in Mount Pierre in the home region, in the Lost Tower in the Sinnoh region, or in the Grave Fields in Kroll. Kroll is like a hack they've made or something like that. FanArt is the death Pokemon, so maybe that wouldn't be used in game, but the creator says that it is formed by hundreds of spirits who were subtracted from their graves. FanArt is even more malicious and aggressive as it was before, as it carries the pain and anger of all the souls that were awakened from their eternal rest. Its body is attached to a common grave from where all the souls came. Now, I love the design on this, especially it keeps kind of the theme of a Spiritomb's kind of rock going, but has now like a proper grave, and it looks a lot more badass than Spiritomb as well. It's got kind of a more body form, it's got a scary as hell face, skulls, wings that are made of bone. I would just love to see that in game, can you imagine? Next up we have Orthboom. Orthboom evolves from Houndoom with a Duskstone, and is a Hellhound Pokemon. It's dark fire like its pre-evolution, and the creator says, in many legends, this Pokemon is depicted as a guardian, one who has always risen, because as one head watches, the other rests. Only when this Pokemon fights, both heads are awake. It is said that the fire it shoots will leave incurable wounds, and when its flames have started to burn something, they are almost impossible to extinguish. It's believed this is so because its fire is hellfire. Now, it looks very cool. I think 3 heads would be better to tie in with the Cerberus, the fact that it's based on Cerberus. But it looks pretty cool nonetheless. It's keeping a fairly general design of Houndoom, but still adding loads on and looking pretty damn cool. I'd like that to be in game, as I feel it would give Houndoom a nice little boost. Next up we have Cretaceous, which is an evolution of Marowak, and evolves from Marowak when equipped with old armor or any other fossil. Now, it's the prehistoric Pokemon and is a ground rock type. The creator says that its body is the living image of a prehistoric creature with a very strong structure and a hard complexion. The bones that cover its body has become more rock than bone, getting heavier but also stronger than before. That big bone he carries is said to be a fossilized femur of some kind of prehistoric giant. Now, it looks very cool indeed. It looks like a Triceratops with a T-Rex really, but holding like a huge club. I definitely like to see it in game though. It does look pretty badass. It'd be like the proper dinosaur Pokemon. Yeah, I want it so much. I want it. Next up we have Phalagoria, an evolution of Surskit, and evolves from Surskit when it's equipped with a Toxic Orb. It is a bug poison type, and is the Long Legs Pokemon. The creator says this Pokemon is very well known due to its extremely long legs and small body. This Pokemon possesses a very toxic poison, but due to his fangs being too small, it can't use it properly, so it uses the skull marks on its body to scare any opponent and avoid a fight. Now I think this would be very good, because at the moment Surskit can only evolve into Masquerain, and it loses kind of a type when it does that, which is a bit strange. So obviously if it evolved to a different one, and gained another type, it would be, you know, make it balanced really. And especially give you another choice on how to evolve your Pokemon, because at the moment there's not too many of those in the Pokemon franchise. I'd like to see a few more. And lastly for this episode we have Slowflu. Slowflu is an evolution of Slowking, and it evolves from Slowking with the Dark gene. Obviously, you know, it's in game, so maybe a Dark Stone, who knows. It is a Water Dark type and is the crazy Pokemon. The creator says that due to the exposition to the corrupting influence of the Dark gene, the shell that once lived attached to Slowking's head started growing by itself and slowly took control of Slowking's mind and body, at a point where it stopped to exist, and then the body became one of the shell. That takes the moment where Slowflu is born. It is extremely intelligent as his brain takes up the whole shell's inside, but it is very wicked and aggressive. It still has extremely powerful psychic abilities. The design on this looks great. It looks a lot like an Ood from Doctor Who, but also looks, you know, like Slowking. Wow, I don't know what to say really. It looks awesome. It just given another edge to Slowking really. I think eventually, if you wanted to, you could evolve into this badass Water Dark type Pokemon, which looks pretty cool and would definitely, I think, make a good member of your team. So guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, a link for Dark Sylvania's DeviantArt is in the description. Go check them out. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. We'll be looking at more fake evolutions. Bye guys.